Hello， 大家好，我是 Cecily。自从我开了这个新的频道占星观察室，起初的起点呢，是为了可以针对大家现在各种的大地震的传言所做出的一个我自己的观察的影片。那之后我就开始在想，实际上我觉得这一系列影片我应该可以再去邀请更多国际间有不一样研究的更深入的占星名家来为我们呢去做更多的阐述。因为我最近去了保加利亚，然后我邀请到保加利亚的一位相当知名的占星名家 Professor Filip， 所以他以现代占星里面呢一项相当有验证性的一个工具叫做 Astrology。 那我们一般其实是把它用在换字占星上面，但是他将这样子的工具去应用到了整个大环境的变化可能会有的一些天然灾害的预测。所以呢，我这一次呢开始就会有跟他的访谈，那希望你们能够接着来去看看不一样的名家他们的观点。Actually, I have a very clear intention to be here. So, Philip, you are traditional astrologer, right?
Practically, I developed traditional astrology into the modern conditions, yes.
Okay. Yes, I think, I do the same thing.
Yes.
I do the same thing. So you have your school.
Practically, this is not exactly school because we organized till now 6 European conferences. These are the first European astrology conference into our continent. And we are strongly here in Europe connected with astrology and roots of astrology because astrology was developed in thousands of years in our cultures. And practically from the first conference with all colleagues from around 20-30 countries, we start to think about a university which unite the regional traditions of astrology and to into this university to establish the teachings on the university level, because practically astrology needs this. Why? Because local schools are not enough anymore. This is first. When one teacher or astrologer teach his students in local school, this is totally not enough. Why? Because normally he teach only one very narrow point of view about astrology, and this is not scientific approach. This is first. Second, we need to unite all ancient real traditions, which are from many thousands of years. For example, into our work, we work with Mesopotamian tradition, which is based on Babylon and Sumer. We work with Egypt tradition, and of course with the most important tradition for us here on our Bulgarian and Balkan part, because our nation here in Bulgaria comes from the roots of Thracia. Practically 70% of all Bulgarians genetically are coming from there. And when we discuss this with our friend Professor Thomas Gazis, we have so much roots into the antiquities, and we start to find so many proofs that the culture should be named Thracio-Hellenistic tradition. And this old mythology that we have worldwide known like a Greek mythology or religion, practically is not Greek. And we prove with our friend from Greece, Professor Gazis, that many cultures are synthesis into this tradition. And practically the only one important cultural thing which happened is that the Hellenistic tradition write this into the books that survive till now. And the other important tradition that we wish to unite ourselves with it is practically the Persian. and Indian tradition. And our colleague, Associate Professor Ehsan Khazani, is advanced specialist in this. And all these traditions are minimum of 2,000-3,000 of years, and we work with two books which are around 12,000 of years and 7,500 of years, which is the second one is proved into scientific way that is dated and written. From around 2011 till now, I make one social public experiment with astrological methodology on my page, Facebook page, which wish to prove that astrology have ability to predict many important events openly to society. And for example, I'm famous here in Bulgaria and Europe. Why? Because I have around 100,000 followers in Facebook. Why? Because first I predict one of the huge earthquake in Bulgaria. Then all the process start practically from Fukushima event. Why? Because with my abilities, I found, unfortunately, that the first major earthquake, which started in Fukushima 7 point something, was only the trigger of bigger earthquake, and I openly explained this publicly. And unfortunately, this earthquake disaster happened there. But a friend of mine, colleague in Varna, she spoke about not only about earthquake, but some radiation disaster. And this prepare me for advanced development. And I prepare one iPhone application for astrology, which was called Astrology 2012. And around November, October 2011, I prepared the prognosis. We put it with my colleagues into application. And there was my first successful prognosis of earthquake 6 months before the earthquake. Then 8 months before, the very good prognosis of exact datum of terrorist act in Bulgaria here. And they put this in prime time news that astrologer from Varna spoke about exactly what will happen in Bulgaria 1.5 months before the event. Why they speak 1.5 months, not 8 months? Because around 1 to 2 months before the phenomena, I explained that possibly this terrorist act will be happen and will be connected with Bulgaria and Israel. And what was happening, one strange terrorist blow up the whole bus full with Jewish people that coming here to travel, to tourists, and practically on the airport they was blown up. And this was major news which was predicted 8 or 1 point months before the phenomena astrologically. I proved this, and on primetime news, TV news, national TV news. And practically from there, I start to make all this prognosis. Until now, we have on my Facebook page, which is Filipov with simple f.astrolog. Practically, I have around 100 successful prediction of earthquakes, around 20 successful predictions of airplane crashes, several radiational incidents, major things like the death of Queen of England, many things. Practically, the most famous till now predictions was 18 days before the earthquake in Turkey, this major earthquake. I spoke about there will be not code red for earthquake risk, but I spoke about super risk, about violet code for earthquake phenomena, which is connected with Turkey and the neighbor countries. And practically, I say the region, the risk is between 2nd and 8th of February. The earthquake happened on 6th of February. This is practically one of the most precise prognosis that I have done by time, by space, and by context of process. And another important prediction was practically that two major Ukrainian wars, I predicted 6 months and 3 months before they happen exactly. The second war that just continues, I explained that in the end of February in this year, there will be the beginning of serious war. And what happened, Mars and Venus was in conjunction, and when they rise of the ascendant from Kiev, the Russians attacks. And many other predictions, and I published this officially on my Facebook page. Why? Because I wish to show to the society and to scientific circles that astrology is a serious and very sharp, more sharp than physics. Why? Because physics do not have ability to predict events like this. Nobody in physics have ability to say, okay, one crazy pilot will crash the airplane into somewhere. But 1 week before this strange situation in France and Germany, I spoke about this, that around spring equinox, because there was eclipse, solar eclipse there, special solar eclipse. I explained that one of the phenomena that have ability to happen will be crazy pilot to crash the airplane. And after 1 week, we turn on the television, and what do we see? One German pilot become crazy and crash a bus with 200 people into the mountains in France. The physics science do not have ability to make prediction like this, but astrology have ability to make prediction. And this is not intuition or some clairvoyance. This is practically scientific process. I calculate this, I analyze this on the basis of real theory, which I finally have ability to publish into the first book of the European Conference Astrology conferences on the basis of fractal geometry, quantum physics, and development of around 10 different authors, which they tried to make a theory of astrology, but they was not successful. And I make the better analysis of everything. And one of the source of my idea was directly connected with the direct disciple of Einstein, which was Bohm, one of the very famous physicists and quantum physicists. And I spoke about these topics into the book. If you wish, we may stop here.
Mr. Filip, there is one thing I would like to ask you. Maybe this question we can do another meeting, because there is a rumor, and this rumor spread in Asian, especially Japanese with Chinese. The rumor said there would be a very huge earthquake happen. Maybe it's in Japan or including Taiwan or Thailand or Indonesia.
I listened about this rumor.
Yeah, and this rumor even provide the exact day. The exact day, it would be July 5th.
The 5th of July.
Yeah, it's related to Japanese earthquake. But another rumor also say about the not specific day, but it's around like June, July, and the earthquake, it will including Indonesia or Japan or Thailand. So have you ever tried to verify these rumors?
Let I explain what I have done just before several days. Normally here in Bulgaria,
maybe next time we can have a meeting.
Yes, I just say the preliminary information. Just before several days, a colleague of mine, one beautiful lady, she just called me on telephone just now. With her, we have this habit in front of each month, to speak about one astrological explanation, what will happen in this month and so on. And I just make a video about this, that in around 24th and 25th of June, there is a major phenomena on the sky, which I will explain on the second video, which predicts that there have ability to be major earthquakes into the earth. I didn't make precise analysis till now, but I will make this precise analysis. But in this video, I published the maps, astrocartography maps to the world.
Yeah.
I spoke with one of my friends, another professor from seismology professor and geophysics professor, which is famous with this, that he predicts 1 week before Fukushima event by geophysical phenomena that there will be Fukushima earthquake. And they put his prediction about documentary into Discovery Channel. And I saw him on the Discovery Channel, and then before several days I spoke with him personally, and we discussed the situation very seriously. And he have one source of information, I have another source of information, and the third source is coming from Asia clairvoyant people. And this is very interesting, that 3 different, absolutely not connected sources, one astrophysic, geophysics source, another astrological source, which totally do not connect each other, like a methodology, and 1/3 unofficial source, but very famous source, that is coming from Asia, from many different branches, speaks for one and the same thing. This is really very important, and if you wish, we may do 1 second video which analyze all this, and I will prepare the astrocartography analysis and gravitational analysis and astrological analysis to give some information.
Okay, I love to. Yeah, I really didn't expect our conversation would be such amazing and such inspiring. It's my pleasure to know you, Professor Filip.
It's my pleasure to know you too, my dear, because Blair is one of the great astrologers of our time. We are friends and we work together. Each time when he meets me with somebody or we discuss some scientific topic, it becomes beautiful development. I'm super happy that he meet me and make a connection between us, Cecily, because it's it's pleasure for me to speak with one beautiful lady that study astrology so deeply like you.
如果你喜欢我这支影片，欢迎你可以分享出去给更多人看见。那如果呢，你想要深入学习更多的占星知识，欢迎你关注SATA星空女士占星学院。那我们下次见了，拜拜。